All right, it's your Pratt Pack. I like to carve out a little bit of time every day to sit in what was the home office chair of Joe Dentisi, just to kind of feel the vibe and get connected to the great Joe Dentisi, who was very close to me, kind of like an adopted father for decades, with him on a regular basis, and he always made me feel better, and he always made me think a little, and I get that same vibe when I'm with his son Frank or his daughter Jody, our CEO, and I'm so grateful to have this chair in my house. And I love the grocery industry. And now in the third generation of the Dentisi family, I don't think anybody does it any better. And there's not a day that I'm not thinking about groceries because, as Mr. Dentisi used to always say, everybody's got to eat. And we've got everything for your grocery list waiting for you at your locally owned and independently operated Coons Market. How do you find the one nearest you? Click on coonsmarket.com. And as I told you a couple of weeks ago, from time to time, I'm going to bring you the Coons Market sports page to give you an opportunity to kind of know what we're going to be talking about on the next edition of the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show. So the NHL playoffs are underway, and I'm sure the Penguins organization is looking what they can do moving forward to put a good lineup around one of the game's all-time greats, Sidney Crosby, and I truly believe they will get it done. In the NBA, for those of us who have been a fan of that great brand for decades, we've got some really exciting things going on, especially here on the East Coast, in an incredible matchup between the Philadelphia 76ers and the New York Knickerbockers. Jalen Brunson is truly one of the best players on the move coming upwards, and Joel Embiid has been as steady can be. I absolutely love this matchup. As far as our Pirates, they stumbled again last night against the hapless Oakland Athletics. You can't let that happen, but there is some good news. Paul Skeens, that top pick who has been on fire at Indianapolis, his next start could be in the bigs. And the Steelers continue to make headlines every day, to which I just can't get enough of, and so excited about workouts coming up, and then mandatory workouts, and then camp, and then the preseason, and before you know it, it'll be the fall, and football will be back. And one thing I don't think Steeler Nation can argue, the Steelers have done a lot of incredible things to make us all more excited than I think I would have ever thought we would be at this point coming off of last season. So kudos to Omar Khan, Mike Tomlin, and Art Rooney II. Now, what are we going to be doing Sunday? Well, Greg Diolis has had a big week. He's doing some exciting things with his personal career, so he will not be with us. He'll be celebrating with some buddies, playing some golf out of town. But Ted Arnott will be there in the second hour talking about the NFL. But you know, I'm always in on what's happening, and I'm always wanting to be contemporary. I talk about it all the time. Box scores matter to me, and the names just as much as they did 30 years ago as they do today. And I like to stay in tune with what's trending and what's the latest and who are the greatest, right, for their era. But I also think you need to every once in a while step back and remember the past and how great some of the greats were long before the lineups that we're enjoying today in all major league sports, but especially here in Pittsburgh. And with this recent draft, everybody has been so excited for a number of reasons. But it was 50 years ago that the Steelers had maybe their best draft. Some of the greatest names ever. Names like Lynn Swann, Mike Webster, and others. So I thought to myself, who could actually take us back in time and give us some educational pointers on some of the greats who were laying the foundation many years ago in Pittsburgh sports? Names like Stargell and Clemente and Parker and Pierre LaRouche and Mario Lemieux. No doubt, Bob Dvorak, truly one of the best journalists ever. Many years a beat writer with the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, an incredible author. So Robert is going to come out of retirement and spend a little bit of time with me this coming Sunday after local news at 11. And he's going to give us a history lesson on some of the greatest names in Pittsburgh sports and moments in sports history. And we'll also get a chance to get caught up with him on what he likes and what he thinks is trending today. That's good for the Pittsburgh Steelers, including the latest on the NFL draft and our Pittsburgh Pirates, and the career of not just the great one, Mario Lemieux, but that other one, Sidney Crosby, and the timeline and where he's at right now. So, really cool show coming up. A little bit of a retro feel to it, but it's always on point, and it's always about our team and our town. It is the best sports talk show anywhere when it comes to this region. It's the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show this week and every week, right after local news at 11 on Kdka 100.1 FM AM 1020. It's your Pratt Pack, and remember, for all of your groceries, there is a Coons Market near you, and we're open right now. How do you find the one nearest you? Click on coonsmarket.com.